Welcome back to Vanology Conversions. Now, normally this channel is all about showcasing vans that we've converted, or we're teaching how to do certain elements of van conversions, but this video is a little bit different. We don't do a great deal of promotions on this channel. In fact, I think we've only ever done one, and that's predominantly because we only promote products that we fully believe in. We've tried, we've tested them. So with winter looming, today we're going to look at a diesel heater. We've installed dozens of this brand of diesel heater, but they've just undergone a name change. So you might know them as Hcalory, but they've now changed to Kroak. Now, they do different types of diesel heaters, from suitcases, which you can sort of put in units, offices, man caves, and then you've got your normal diesel heaters that we can fit into trucks, camper vans, motorhomes. But the one we're going to look at today is actually a suitcase style one. Now, as I said, we've been fitting these for over a year now, and we have got dozens of them fitted in vehicles out there. Every single one of them has worked first time, and more importantly, we've never had a problem with any of them either. They all do as they say on the tin. Obviously, it's not just down to the diesel heater as to how good that fitting is, it's also down to the installation. So there are certain upgrades we do make to the ones that go into camper vans, but as long as they're fitted correctly, you're not going to have any problems with them. But something else to also remember is it's the only thing that in our conversions that actually could emit carbon monoxide. So it is important to have carbon monoxide alarms in any camper, motorhome, whether it's coach built, self built, doesn't matter. Always have a carbon monoxide alarm to protect yourself. Today we're going to look at this Kroak 8 kilowatt diesel heater, and we've actually got one of the original ones, and we've been using that to heat this unit up in the colder months, and it's been working perfectly. The one down here has a separate fuel tank. So this is a 10-litre fuel tank. We've mounted it to the side, and that feeds the diesel heater by there. Whereas this new one has actually got a built-in 6-litre fuel tank. So if we open it up and just drop the front down, you'll be able to see you've got the diesel heater by there, and then just down there you've got the fuel pump is just by there, and then on top, built into the case, is a 6-litre fuel tank. So there's been some upgrades on this diesel heater. One of the main upgrades is actually its consumption. Now, our older diesel heater that I've just showed you would use about 1 litre an hour, whereas this new one is now only using 0.45 litres an hour. So just under half a litre, which is equivalent in today's price on diesel at about 60 pence per hour. But there's also been some other upgrades. Now, this unit's come to us to sort of give them some feedback on as well, and they're really good because they do actually listen to what we're saying in terms of what they need to do to sort of move this product along. Because as I mentioned earlier, there are certain upgrades that we make to them that we purchase separately. But a couple of really nice upgrades is firstly is the new remote. Far more robust, rubberized, nice big buttons, just feels a lot more sturdy, and that just gives us remote control to control this diesel heater. Now, they've also got a Bluetooth app. Now, the app is actually called Hcalory, which, as I say, is their previous name. The app again gives you full control. So once you've connected it to your system, you're then also able to fully control the diesel heater from the app. So if you're in bed and you haven't got the remote control, you can just log in on your phone and get access to the controls that way. There's a third way to control these, and that is with the screen. So these are mounted on this particular model to the side. When you have one of their normal diesel heaters, obviously it's a separate entity, and that can be mounted somewhere in the van. Something else I'd like that they've also done with this, so the first thing I really like is obviously the built-in tank. It just makes it more streamlined, much easier. But the second thing they've also done, normally you get this cable here, which is a 12-volt cable. So you would plug this into the diesel heater, and then you've got your 12-volt terminals. You would then also need a 12-volt battery, so you've got to connect it to the battery. Now, if you're in, like here, a unit or a man cave or a shed, then you also need a battery charger for the battery. So bit fiddly. So what they've actually done is they've supplied us with a 230 adapter as well. So you've got your 3-pin socket, transformer that's obviously taking it down to 12 volt, and then you can just plug this into the side. So it's great. You've now got the two options where you can go either 230 or 12 volt to power the diesel heater. So like here at the moment, our existing one is connected to a battery by there. And then we got to put a battery charger on it every sort of once a week sort of thing. Now you do get the other standard things with it. So you've got your heat ducting, the vent, your air intake, and then your exhaust. And it's very, very easy to set up. To be honest with you, this is probably the easiest one I've ever seen. You've got the power, goes into this port here. Your air intake just slides onto that, and we're going to use then Jubilee clips that are also supplied to connect that. And then the exhaust connects onto this port on the outside, and that's your room air intake. So you have two different air intakes on here. So the one that you see on the front down here, which is this part here, that is actually air intake for the combustion inside the diesel heater, whereas the air intake here is the cold air that gets drawn in, heated up, and then expelled through the vent here on the front. So we have, of course, got a discount on these for you guys. It was part of the deals. I want discount to obviously be able to offer to you, so there's between 10 and 20% depending on which brand you go for. The link and the discount code will be in the description below for you. The Kroak Toolbox portable diesel heater, very impressed with sort of the little upgrades they have made to it. What we're actually going to do now is we're going to change this one over for our old Hcalory one down there. Winter's coming, the mornings are getting colder, so what we tend to do, say in the mornings, is when it's really cold, is we'll come in, we'll turn the diesel heaters on just for an hour or two, and it just gets it comfortable in here. I'm going to be cheating a little bit because I've got an exhaust pipe already fitted, which you can see is going down there, and that's actually going outside. I'm going to reuse that one because it just makes sense. I actually bought a long one so that it could pass underneath the wall instead. We've got that going outside. Other than not using this, we're going to be fitting the rest of it. But what I am looking forward to is being able to use it on 230, so I can get rid of that battery and the battery charger and the dedicated fuel tanks. So we'll get this swapped over, we'll put some diesel in it, and we'll see if she starts on the button like everything else. Right, I've cleared the area. I'm going to use the existing exhaust, so we're just going to put the Jubilee clip on there ready. This will be tricky with one hand. Let's see if I could just pop you with it. And that should, there we are, just slides straight on there. So I'll just tighten that up, and then we'll put the air intake on. I've got some diesel ready. We'll get some diesel in it, and then we'll connect it up and see if she works first time. Right, that's fuel in there. I've just plugged it in. Let's see what happens. So coming on straight away, the pipe from the tank to the diesel heater on that is going to be very short because it's all in the same box. It's going to have to prime now. Sometimes when you fit them in a camper van, obviously the pipe is a lot longer. So you might have to turn it on and off a couple of times just to prime the line. Some controllers have prime buttons on, so you can hit the prime button and that will prime your pipe for you. So we'll wait now for the fuel to get into it and we'll see what happens. She's started on the button. We got, nice hot air coming through there. Let's see if we can turn it off with the remote. And she's powering down. Handy. Worked on the button straight away, fantastic, happy with that one. I'm just going to let you know a little bit more about it. Right, so a few more details about the actual diesel heater. It's got power settings, so you can actually turn it down to its lowest setting where it'll only use 0.1 litres per hour. And I said on max setting it uses 0.5 litres an hour, so at top setting it's about 63 pence per hour. On the app settings and on the LCD controller, you can actually change it from a power setting to a temperature setting. So say for example you set it to 21 degrees, it's 15 degrees in the van, obviously it's going to turn on. And what it'll do is when it gets to the set temperature, it doesn't turn off, but it'll go down to its very lowest temperature. Now obviously if it's a warmer day, you know, you might find that that lowest temperature is bringing it too hot. Whereas obviously on a colder night, it's just going to ramp back up, get it back up to 21 degrees, and then it'll drop down again. Now, there's a lot of myth out there about you got to get the best diesel heater out there. You've got to buy an auto term or an Urbaspasher. You simply don't need to do that, okay? There's two things that are important that I'll keep repeating, and it is about the installation and having a carbon monoxide detector inside your van, which if you've got gas in the van as well, you should definitely already have one. That's going to be enough, okay? Just it's about the installation. There's plenty of videos on how to install them, so there's lots of little upgrades you need to do to them. This particular diesel heater has lots of protections built into it. So you've got an overheating protection, so if it does get too hot, it protects itself and it will shut down. It's got a short circuit protection and a reverse polarity protection. So if, say, the neutral and live are reversed, like you get a lot in Europe, it's going to protect itself. You're not going to fry your diesel heater. And it's also got over voltage protection, so if you had a spike for whatever reason, the system's going to protect itself. That's all well and great to say that's protecting the electrical element. I just can't emphasize enough how important it is to protect yourselves on the fume side, okay? Either get it professionally installed or follow the installation to a T. Make sure you've got a carbon monoxide detector. Links in the description along with the discount code. So if you've got any questions, feel free to give us a shout.